gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Washington. Oh, they're after him. Got a man, it's Valdez. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
The Terrapins are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Grab near the marker, it's White. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundred.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
And the Terrapins with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Got it in the middle, it's McConnell. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. The Terrapins had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
Talking to their coaches, they said, we are going to run the ball on the first drive of this game and really see if we can establish that line of scrimmage. You've seen that early so far, and after that explosive run, they've now set themselves up here in the red zone looking to score some points.
Barrels ahead. This time, stopped in the backfield and finding the sledding a little tougher than on that last run.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
Nice job by the defense forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
Finding it tough to make positive yardage. Now 3rd and goal from the 2. Got his man quickly. And just a short and safe pass play. They pick up a few. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. The distance is no problem, but this angle from the left can test you. Oh, and the attempt is no good. Kicker couldn't quite get it through, and the scoreboard remains the same. So Duke's offense will go to work for the first time. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
Just feeds the running back. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. All right, guys, let's look at the big picture for Duke. They've climbed into the top 10, been through some battles, proving themselves to be one of the best teams in the country. What do you think about their chances of staying there?
Well, they got to keep playing at a high level, and obviously they've had tons of success now to crack into the top 10. I'll tell you, when you get top 10, David, you get everybody's attention.
Yeah, you get everybody's attention, but I hope this team ain't just searching for a top 10. Like, I hope they're trying to be the best team in the country, and you hope the best is still to come for this squad.
Turning it on! Got enough for the first down. Past the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Duke! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. On the ground, it's Valdez. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off-play action on first down. Grabbed behind the line, it's Valdez. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. And the Terrapins trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. The play-action fake. Fires to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw your primary target like he was on that last one.
Caught over the middle. It's White. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. The Terrapins will bring the punt team onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Guys, time has expired here in the quarter, and Duke is on top. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. To the air, it's Mahat. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Makes the grab, it's Hodges. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. And the Blue Devils will try to pin them back with the punt. First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. They really need to find a way to punch back on this drive, already down 14. They'll move the wide receiver. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Gets the back moving. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good at making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover. And you saw a great example of it with that running back.
He's going to throw deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there. Now it's fourth down. And the Terrapins will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll take it on the return. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you.
Breaks into the open. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting on the field, making a huge rushing play.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass, it's Mahan. The short hands, it's Moore. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. The Blue Devils lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does.
Touchdown, Blue Devils! A great catch and run for 6.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score. There he goes. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. The short hands, it's Valdez. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The Terrapins come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Scanning the field, it's Washington. Unloads it left. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Nice move there. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. And with that last carry, into triple digits, over 100 yards for the day.
And he's showing you power. He's showing you speed. He's showing you make you miss. He really is showing you he's a complete back. And by the way, it's still the first half.
The give to the back. And he'll move his way forward to the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 35.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that 1st down.
They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference.
Pass interference. Defense.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
And the Blue Devils have it with a 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Mahan. Snagged in the middle. It's Hodges. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. The Blue Devils in a good spot here with second and short. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab down the middle. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Fast completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling big plays, the quarterback and his unit is executing, and this defense right now, they have no answers.
And the Blue Devils with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Out of the gun, they get it to the back. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
The Blue Devils back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. The offense changing the play. Now from inside the red zone. Quickly complete. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. So now it's second and long. They'll move the tight end. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. He'll take it himself. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Here's first and goal, and they could go to the locker room with a huge cushion. Dropping back, it's Mahan. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Duke. Fitted in the window for the score. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with a young fella on the sidelines, being like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Durham. And talk about a first half, the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis, and through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Brooks Field inside Wallace Wade Stadium.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Booth. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. Looking for a man, it's Mahan. Fires to the tight end. And a little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the tailback. Pushes ahead for a couple, they'll mark it at the 33.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Right down the middle. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
Oh, and he just flat dropped it. You do not see this guy do that very often. It'll be 4th down. And the Blue Devils decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. No return coming here. Fair catch is signaled for and made just shy of the 30. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They've got to get points on this drive before this thing gets out of hand. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get...
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Sends it downfield. He's got it for a big play. A big play gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44.
Well, if they're going to get back in this game, they need more plays like that. That was something that was missing in the first half. Explosive plays in the passing game, and they get one here, trailing early in the 3rd quarter. Let's see if these receivers can make more plays like that as this game goes on.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain. That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given them a bunch of yards on this drive, a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Wants to throw. It's Washington. Catch in the middle. It's McConnell. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27. And the Terrapins are marching down the field. Wide receiver comes in motion. Grabbed in the backfield. It's White. And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there. The Terrapins now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Off the play fake. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Maryland! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. They go 83 yards on the drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Their lead now down to 14. Might feel a little game pressure on this drive. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Makes the grab on the left. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the 2nd half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Unloads to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They'll give it to the back. Just a 1-yard gain leaves them with 3rd and 9.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the right. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
The Blue Devils have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to pass. It's Mahan. Works the middle of the field.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that end route.
And the Blue Devils with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. On the move. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big...
Oh, he's got some space. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided, on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Back to pass. Big fella moving. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Blue Devils! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner goes down. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Power football with the run. Makes one man miss.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Terrapins can really attack on this 2nd and short. To the air, it's Washington. Makes the grab, it's White. He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds. And this setter downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. On the run, fires downfield. Finds a man in the middle. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They might be thinking back-to-back big plays after that last one. 1st and 10 from the 32. Fires to the middle. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple of weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The Blue Devils send out the punt unit.
Number 18, on to punt it away.
Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Washington. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Throws to the wideout. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passion, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback. And DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, hit the INT. Nice job by this team.
And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand.
Turning it on! The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
How about this offense, man? You got to love it. Late in the 4th quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run, back it up with a pass, getting the 1st down, a few more 1st downs, and you can walk out of here with a W.
They try to pop a run on the draw. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
He'll toss it. Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, Duke! Great job by the back on the option. That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the 4th, and now they can smell 8 straight wins.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense obviously just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18.
1st and 10.
To the air. It's Washington. Right on the money.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
To the air on 2nd down. Bring in the heat. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Oh, he makes the catch. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. The Terrapins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. That's caught. It's White. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the 1st down, but a good gain on that play. And the Terrapins can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. Breaks into the open. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The Terrapins started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. He wants it all. To the end zone, and is picked off. Takes it the other way. He's at the 40. At the 20. Touchdown, Blue Devils. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. They tack on another score, and how about the way this team has responded to a loss and now about to move to 9-1.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Looking to throw, it's Washington. Finds his tight end.
And the offense gets the ball out pretty quick. But, man, if you're going to do that, that's fine. But we got to get the 1st down, or we got to get out of bounds so we can stop the clock. This offense, they've got to execute a little bit tighter down the stretch of this close football game.